King Henry gained the throne at the age of 17, and he married Catherine in 1509. Henry expanded the royal navy from 5 to 53 ships. He loved palaces and began with a dozen and died with 50. Henry declared himself the supreme head of the Church of England because he decided that the Pope behaved more as an Italian prince than a ruler over a complete religion. One of the main changes to the church when he moved to the Church of England was that divorce was allowed, and King Henry used this frequently.
He had 6 official wives: Catherine of Aragon, whom he divorced; Anne Boleyn, who was the sister of Mary that we just talked about; Jane Seymour, who had died giving birth; Anne of Cleves, who he'd also divorced; and Catherine Howard, who he'd beheaded; and Catherine Parr, who had actually survived. Henry believed that his marriage with Anne was doomed by witchcraft. So at 8 a.m. on May 19th, 1536, the Queen was executed. She knelt down upright in a French style of execution. In 1536, Henry became engaged to Jane Seymour. They married, and she gave birth to his only son, Prince Edward. The birth was difficult, and the Queen died at Hampton Court Palace on October 24th, 1539, from an infection. Henry declared Anne to be his true wife, bringing him his only male heir that he so desperately sought. After the death of Jane Seymour, Henry agreed to marry Anne of Cleves. On Anne's arrival in England, Henry is said to have found that her utterly unattractive, privately calling her the Flanders mare. He wished a renewal to the marriage so that he could marry another woman. The marriage was subsequently dissolved, and Anne was received the title of the king's sister and was granted the Hever class. After the annulment, Henry married the young Catherine Howard, who happened to be Anne Boleyn's first cousin. Catherine had an affair with courtier Thomas Culpeper. Catherine was then executed on February 13th, 1542. Her age was guessed to be between 17 and 22 years old. Henry then married his last wife, the wealthy widow Catherine Parr, in 1540. Later in life, Henry became obese with a waist measurement of 54 inches. He was covered with painful separating boils and possibly suffered from gout. The wound festered in the remainder of his life and became ulcerated, thus preventing him from maintaining the same level of physical activity and daily exercise that he had previously enjoyed. Henry's obesity undoubtedly hastened his death at age 55, which occurred on the 28th of January, 1547, in the Palace of Whitehall, on what happened to be his father's 90th birthday.
In summary, King Henry defied a pope, created a church, multiplied his castles, as well as his wives, had 3 children with 1 successor, and suffered from gout.